Been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going.
There's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Buffalo Bills. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
At their own 9-yard
line. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
At the 24-yard
line. They run with Breida. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go counter with Breida. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Bills 0. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is Jakeem Grant. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
On the carry.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Michael
on 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
on the 20-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. He'll try and run it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Second and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. 7 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going to the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Prescott off play action. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Fourth down, Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll look to run with Akers. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
We dominate today.
Cam Akers with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Second and 10 now from the 27. Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. John Simon that time coming through to make the play.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Breida. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the counter, this is Akers.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Akers.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going up. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Cam Akers
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
6-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. Complete to John Ross. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Now it's Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Tyreek Hill set to return it.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Bills 14. Michael Dixon sets to kick.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Play fake. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
On play action, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
The play fake. Prescott rolling to his right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play call.
And now look at him go. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cam
Akers.
His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. Able to slither by. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Love now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
3rd and long for Love.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. On 4th down, they snap it to Love. Going deep downfield for Ross. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on fourth down. They're indeed going for it. Here's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. They run the counter. Akers. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Again, it'll be Akers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Play action now, Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Darren Fells, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Connection made with Chenault.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Escaping and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Play action this time with Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Love from the gun. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Eric Armstead with a big-time sack